Hey there everyone, RosePal here. Welcome to the first episode of my new podcast series, the RosePalCast. This is a show where I talk about interesting topics about anime and cartoons. Today, I'm going to give my thoughts on the latest season of Precure, Tropical Rouge Precure. And also to make things more fun, I'm going to be discussing my favorite moments from each episode in each month of the series, starting with February, March, and April. This was suggested by my good friend, RoseManala98. So, let's get to it. So far, Tropical Rouge has been a fantastic season. I think it has become my favorite season in all of Precure, tied with Heartcatch. Having the themes of mermaids, the ocean, and club activities is what I wanted in the Precure season, and this became reality. The story is a fun ride so far, all the characters are enjoyable to watch, and the fights are great. After a turbulent year last year, with Healing Good told us to never give up and keep on fighting, this season is full of energy and positivity. So let's talk about what makes this season great with the first few episodes. Starting with episode 1, Tropical Shine Fully Motivated Cure Summer. This premiere was a fantastic start to the series. My favorite moment was Minatsu's transformation to cure Summer and her first fight. Right off the bat, Minatsu is a fun-loving, motivated individual who can take anything in her stride, which is why her transformation to cure Summer, the first rainbow-themed lead in the franchise, earned. She will do anything that comes to her, from looking around her Sora City to making a connection with Laura. When she sees her in danger, and in that moment decides on what's most important, I think it's become the main message in the series. It gives her the chance to become a Precure. Her first fight was excellent as she proved her strength and speed when fighting against Yaranida and Jean-Guire. Her motivation couldn't easily be taken away, and her solo attack, Otento Summer Strike, was an epic finish. She made a fantastic first impression. Next we have Minatsu and Laura. What is more important? The interactions between Minatsu and Laura are great in the series so far, as well as other characters, which I'll get to in a bit. My favorite scene from this episode is the scene when Laura talks to Minatsu about the Grand Ocean, as well as her dream to become its next queen. It's great seeing how Laura's friendship with Minatsu has developed in the series, and how it made Minatsu become Cure Summer. It also gives a bit of foreshadowing into Laura's arc. She says that mermaids can't be a cure, but we don't know what happened recently. Next up is Believe in Yourself, Tubs of Dwarfs Cure Coral. This was a great episode for Sango, aka Cure Coral. There were lots of scenes I loved, so I'm going to choose two. The first one, which carries on throughout the episode, Sango trying and successfully expressing her own opinions. She and Minatsu and their classmates hang out together after introducing each other in the previous episode. They do shopping for cute plushies, have ice cream, and hang out at the aquarium where Minatsu's mom works. Whenever Minatsu expresses whatever she sees as something cute, her classmates disagree with her. Sango seemingly goes along with them, but it turns out she wants to express her own opinions. Her struggle is really relatable. Sometimes I struggle to express my own opinions from time to time, but I find it's okay to express my own opinions and everyone agrees. It works at the end for Sango as she expresses her love for the Dugong keychain, and she and Minatsu's classmates agree with her. Minatsu is proud of Sango for expressing her cute opinions. The second scene I loved was Cure Coral's solo attack, Momoko Coral Diffusion. This is definitely one of the most creative attacks in the franchise. I mean, a giant purple bow that turns into a chain of hearts that multiply like coral? That is amazing. Next is Cure Papaya Pops Out. This is my tale. I'm going to cheat a bit with this one, as Minori aka Cure Papaya is my favorite cure of the season, maybe out of the entire franchise. So because of this, I'm going to talk about the episode. Many of the scenes in this episode were fantastic, giving us depth into Minori's character and her debut into Cure Papaya. From her first scene, Minori loves books, especially about mermaids. She wrote one for the literature club, but it was rejected by her friend, which will be carried on later on in the season. Luckily, Minatsu, Laura, and Sango really liked the story, which made her upset. Then they meet at the museum where a mermaid exhibition is being held. Minori meets Laura for the first time, and she finds difficulty in distinguishing reality and fantasy. The lighting in the episode is creative with Minori's struggles, especially in the scene where Laura explains to her if she wants to help Minatsu and Sango, all she has to do is believe in herself. And by doing so, she becomes Cure Papaya. She finally accepts the reality of the situation by becoming a Precure and helping her friends, and has a fantastic debut fight, including another creative attack, Papanka Papaya Shot. When the day is saved, Minori's eyes are open to a larger world, and her friends will be there every step of the way. Next up is Here Comes Senpai, Burn Cure for Mingo. My favorite scene from this is Asuka's first fight is Cure for Mingo. Throughout the episode, Asuka has trouble making new friends, especially with Yuriko, the school council president. A scene in the scene where Asuka sees the tennis courts indicates that something happened in the past, where their friendship was torn apart, which will be carried on into another episode. But luckily, Minatsu, Sango, and Minori developed a connection with her, as they cleaned up a shell they were going to use for their own club, and shared Norm bread together. When she saw her friends in danger, she became a Precure on her own choice, and not because of Laura. Then she came up with a great strategy for the team to defeat the Tropical Rouge. When they experienced a clean in the cloud building, they used the same technique to clean out the monster, complete with her own solo attack, but solely for Mingo Smash. Asuka starts believing in having friends and teammates again, and she deserves friends who make great bonds with her. Next we got Commencement, the name the Tropical Club. This was a fun episode with great comedic moments and secure moments, as the Tropical Club tried to figure out what club they want to be. So for this, I'm going to choose Minori's suggestion of reading books, and Asuka's suggestion of video games. In Minori's scene, we see the girls trying their hands at reading. We see Minori in her element, Sango chasing a book, Laura reading a book on melon bread, whilst in a hilarious moment, Minato falls asleep and then dreams about melon bread and bites Asuka's arm. Ouch and hilarious. Then in Asuka's suggestion scene, she showed a cute and great game she plays on her tablet, which is a great parody of Animal Crossing. This shows a cute side to Asuka, which I hope continues into future episodes. Next is Here It Comes, Kuru and the Sea Fairy. On the debut of Kuru and the Seal Fairy. For this, I'm going to choose the scenes between Minori and Laura and the photo scene. Minori was great in the episode as she thinks outside the box when it comes to Kuru. First, Minori figures out she was hungry. Then when she lost the parcel, she figured out about the strong current, the person finding it on the beach, then how he was hung on the tree. Laura couldn't understand Kuru and found the episode because of her limited speech, and couldn't understand how Minori figured it out. It turns out that reading books gave her the imagination to figure out the pieces of the puzzle. Then at the end of the episode, we see the girls having a photo shoot with the aquapod, whilst having the pasta snacks when they got the Queen from the Grand Ocean. This was a great scene for Laura as she would send the group photo to the Queen, telling her that she was doing well on her journey. As shown in later episodes, we see more photo shoots with the aquapod. Next up is our first club activity, Tropical Shining Lunchboxes. This is a simple choice, the cooking scene, as the Tropical Club does their first club activity making lunchboxes. For this scene, Asuka develops some great leadership, cooking and design skills, when the girls create lunchboxes designed after Kuru. This whole scene gave me vibes of Tropical Precure a la mode a little bit, with the girls cooking, as Asuka gives the girls a helping hand into understanding how the cooking process works, and also giving back a backstory on her family life, as she also cooks for her family. This inspires Minato to help cook meals at home, as her mom works at the aquarium quite a lot, which becomes reality at the end of the episode. Asuka is a great teacher. And to round off this video, is Makeup is Magic, Get Tropical with a Movie. This was a fun episode with Sango in helping her mom to advertise her makeup shop, and help an actress in a movie role at the same time. My favorite moments in the episode involved Sango and Yuna. Yuna was a great supporting character in this episode, as she was lacking confidence on being the character in a movie role she was casted and different to what she usually does. A mean girl. The girls help out in any way they can, from Asuka showing how to do a mean stare, to Minori giving her books about villains, and Sango teaching her how to do an evil laugh, which gave us a meme-worthy face. Then after Sango passes out from overheating while being the Cinderella Panda for their makeup shop, she reveals on how she wants to get out of her comfort zone. She read the fairy tale Cinderella, and the part where she gained her courage to go to the ball gave Sango the courage herself in return, which also inspired Yuna to become the mascot and inspired young girls to come to the shop, thus gaining confidence for her movie role. Overall, this first quarter of the season was really a strong start, and as of this recording, many other episodes are underway, and I can't wait to talk about them in another video. So now, I want to hear from you guys. What are your thoughts on these first 9 episodes? Let me know in the comments below, and let me know which anime and cartoon topics you want me to cover next. Until next time, this is RosePal, and this has been the RosePalCast.